Okay, so after one holiday week, here we are again in another video, and today, as always, we're gonna start with the fucking DXY. Okay, I'm happy because I'm trading again, and yeah, I love it. So today we started the day with DXY. After having this strong move, creating previous weekly high. I just saw that we had some type of reaction here, taking this rally within H1 after breaking structure to the upside, and well, this rally within H1 here, but well, not really relevant. It moved this way, creating buyer's liquidity as we had previous daily low and rally liquidity on H1 here. So at some point, I expected movement to the downside to take this previous weekly low, but not sure, so I just set the alarms and I don't fucking care, okay? So in this case, we do this previous daily low and run liquidity on H1, and now our target is, our target, I think it will take this previous weekly low plus run liquidity on H1, but maybe we see some reaction before. No, don't know, don't fucking care, okay? I just care when I trade that it takes my level and that I have my confirmations. So EU, we had this break to the downside, creating previous daily high and run liquidity on H1. Then we had this break to the upside here, creating run liquidity in H1 and below previous daily low. So this created buyer's liquidity. At some point, I think we will take this maybe this week, not sure, but if we take this previous weekly high on Tuesday, let's see, because this week we have interest rates, I think, on EU, on EU, on USA. So we will see, okay? But yeah, we took previous daily high and rally liquidity on H1, no trade for me. As it broke a structure here, too far from it, and we even had this liquidity to the upside. So yeah, I thought, well, I was working, so I didn't thought really that much, but I wouldn't have traded that. Okay, then GU, more or less the same, but in this case, we took previous weekly high and rally liquidity on H1, previous daily high and relevant liquidity on H1 too. So my expectation here was to look for sells, and I was looking for sells right here. Clean break of structure to the downside, and no trade for me, as it is so important to have a proper confirmation. And as you can see, I didn't have a confirmation here because this is not an engulfing candle. Sometimes I enter with this type of candles, but I want to see the wick lower than this one, and in this case we didn't have it. And then we had movement to the upside, and here this was not an engulfing candle for this because of the same, the wick is lower than this one, and here I was nearly entering, but in the end it reverted back and went to the upside, okay? So no trade for me there. And then I was waiting for this structural break to enter, but out of timing, so no entry again. And here we had fake break of structure to the downside on M5, round liquidity on M5 being taken with timing, perfect timing, 2 p.m. in my country, and then movement to the downside. Okay, so well, break of structure here, maybe confirmation for me would have been there, but I don't really like the trade. Yeah, don't think I would have traded that, and I don't really like the trade because I see a lot of wicks here. Okay, so yeah, not tradable for me. And well, maybe we go, I think one target is here, which is final liquidity on M5, but we will see. Okay, so USD/JPY. Let me eliminate the alarms because I have a lot of things on the chart. So first of all, we have this break to the upside here, round liquidity on H1 here. This is why this low for me is not really relevant in this case. And we have this breakup structure here, creating round liquidity on H1 and previous weekly low. And then it's true that we have a breakup structure here and round liquidity in H1 that I didn't see, but I was just waiting for the previous daily high and previous daily low to be taken, and that never happened, so no trade for me on USD JPY 2. Okay, so here we have USD CHF. No trade for me here, but we had some kind of opportunity that I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, at the end I'm gonna show you my today's trade, which I'm trying something, but well, it's not really important for me. Okay, what's important is this, and well, it's just side trading. So we had this breakout structure to the downside, previous weekly high and liquidity on H1, previous daily high here, and well, I didn't count this breakout structure, and you would say why? Because here we have no breakout structure, so sellers are still in my, like, I know that buyers probably are in because of this movement to the upside, breaking structure. Whoa, this is from last week. Breaking a starter here, and well, so I understand that here we have buyers, and probably we will take this previous weekly low and run liquidity on H1, but we have no breakup structure here to the upside, so this is not a breakup structure to the downside in my opinion. Okay, but we have buyers liquidity for me, as we can see, a lot of reactions and previous daily lows. So I didn't see this because I was working, but inside, well, with the timing, we had breakup structure to the upside on M5, which I like when it creates this type of wicks, which means that sellers are entering. And we have a mitigation on M5 here, and well, engulfing candle here. So two engulfing candles, as you can see, this one and this one, and yeah, the entry would have been there. Stop loss down this low, and target round liquidity on M5, that it was the round liquidity on M5 that took the previous daily low, and 50% on break even on 1 to 1. Okay, so it would have been a 50% break even, and then continuation to the downside. Okay, to finish this day, well, no, to finish this day, not yet. So USD CAD, we have in this case, it took this previous weekly low and round liquidity in H1, round liquidity in H1 because it was the low that created this breakup structure here, and the same breakup structure to the downside here, previous weekly high and round liquidity on H1, and previous daily high and previous daily low. No breakup structure to the downside here, as we don't have a breakup structure here. But well, yeah, nothing, but it's true that probably this is round liquidity on H1. Okay, well, probably not, for me it is. So I waited for this break of the previous daily low. It created a weak break with a strong move, and then it created a lot of sellers liquidity here, out of timing, and well, and in the end, it broke a structure here, then took the round liquidity on M5 here, breakup structure again, and it went to take this round liquidity on M5. Okay, so perfect reaction, and then movement to the downside to take the previous weekly low and round liquidity on each one, and we're not gonna look for a trade here as it's out of timing. Okay, I'm trying to look, well, I'm starting to look at S&P 500, as on CFDs we have a lot of spread and commissions. I'm thinking about changing my Darwinex Zero account into a futures account, but I have to study it, so not doing it yet. My FTMO account, I'm not going to change it as they don't have futures, I think. But if I can trade futures on Dragon X0 and adapt my lottage and yeah, my sizes and my entry sizes and everything, I'm gonna change, because on futures you have much better conditions, okay? And trading with these small time frames and everything, it's pretty difficult with the spread and commissions to have a profitable trading, okay? So well, S&P 500 break of structure to the downside, previous daily high and rally liquidity on each one. As you can see, we had a reaction here to induce sellers. But usually indices, when they create a movement, they continue it. So because they have strong trends and no limits like Forex, you have, because of laws and everything, they have a limit of volume every day, volume, like movements and volatility. So it's much more different. But for example, if it would have taken like this previously low and looking for a buy, it would have been really good, okay? In the end, it broke a starter here, but out of timing. So yeah, I'm not gonna trade that. I'm far away from the liquidity. And today's trade was on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, we took this previous weekly high in this case, and I've seen, well, I have seen that, that we have this rally within H1 and rally within H1 here. So, oh, I don't have it. Okay, here. I don't fucking know what was that, but let me draw again. Previous daily low is this one, but the rally liquidity on H1. So previous weekly high being taken on M5, strong break, and on crypto I usually trade, like I confirm with an M5 BOS, but I enter at the same time that it breaks. Why? Because I've seen that it usually never comes back, and when it comes, it's really difficult to confirm because it's so volatile. And in this case, I just entered here, nearly break even, because I placed break even on here, previous daily high reaction. And well, in the end, we had this running with M5 that took this high, 85% close here, and then we had this running with M5 here and closed all the position. So this was my only trade for today. And yeah, it's not really relevant crypto for me, but I'm trying to trade it too, to see if it's profitable and don't only depend on long-term investments. Okay, so well, I hope you liked today's video. I'm going to inform you about the futures account. I'm gonna study it, watch some videos and read some articles, and after that I'm going to decide, because futures is on MT5, well, MetaTrader 5, and my trade assistant is on MT4. So if I want to have it on MT5, I have to pay $100, which luckily now I can, that I work. But I don't know how it works with futures and everything, so I have to study everything. Okay, and well, I hope you like this video, and as always, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.